Should you use special style in Tekken 8 as a beginner? You're going to want to stick around to the end of this video because I'm going to clear up some myths about special style and what it means. Okay? Do you feel ashamed about using special style in Tekken 8? Do you feel like everyone is making fun of you even when you win? Well, tonight, I'll show you a pro and a con of using special style and how you can go from feeling terrible to feeling special. I'm Headmaster Rich over here at Pure Kingdom Gaming, our virtual online fighting game school. We take players from beginner to intermediate to advanced. In essence, we show beginners how they can learn fighting games and go from learning to enjoying fighting games. I've been playing fighting games for nearly a decade, and tonight I'm going to share with you a pro and a con as to why special style is good and why you should use it as a beginner in Tekken 8. So, I usually forget this, but I won't this time. So be sure to grab your materials. What you'll need for this video is a pen, a pencil, or a paper and a notepad. And also, if you really want to be ahead of the game and ahead of the class, you're going to want to check out the link in our channel description and or the link in our video description. And that will take you to our free Ultimate Beginner's Guide to Fighting Game Secrets. And what's that? That is the Ultimate Beginner's Guide. It's going to have everything you need. It's your beginner starter kit. It's going to have everything you need as a beginner to succeed in any fighting game. A good read, 45 pages. Is going to encompass a lot of things, but it won't overwhelm you. It's streamlined, it's digestible, it's beginner friendly, it's specifically for you as a beginner, okay? So be sure to also grab that before we get into anything crazy with our subject, and or grab that on your way out of class, right? But no matter when you get it, grab it, be sure to grab it. So should you use special style in Tekken 8 as a beginner? Yes. Yes, you should use special style as a beginner in Tekken 8. Particularly if you're brand new to fighting games entirely. So what is special style if you don't know? If you haven't discovered it in Tekken, or if you're just new to Tekken, Tekken 8, I should say. Special style is a system mechanic that is prevalent in other, or present in other fighting games. It is a automated combo system in which when you press a button that is typically a attack button of a single attack, it actually will translate and code into a combo if you commit to that button and you continue to press it. So for a person who's not using special style, when they press square, 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 or whatever, they will do some punches, right? But for you, when you turn on special style and you press the same button, it will actually turn into a combo. Now, obviously the fighting game community feels certain ways about these types of mechanics because it's seen as an easy combo, and it can be met with this stigma of shame that you use a mechanic that other players have to work hard for to get the same result. Players can be upset that they have to work hard or harder to do their combos manually, while the beginner or whoever the type strength of player uses special style to shortcut that and get the same result. And so let's say you have been using special style, and let's say you've been having mixed results, and you're just getting all this backlash, or you're getting all this hate. Maybe you're getting messages, maybe you're on forums and you see people's attitudes and reactions to this mechanic, and you know, maybe you're feeling discouraged and you feel like I'm just ready to drop fighting games or Tekken 8 because I'm just constantly being picked on and made fun of because I'm using this mechanic. Well, if you're using special style, you're probably a beginner, and or you're probably a player who's not have not progressed in the game far enough to not use special style. So let's talk about a pro of special style. A pro to using the special style, or this automated system, is the accessibility. The accessibility to what? The accessibility to fun. Meaning, if you adopt this special style and you use it, you will be able to get to the fun element of fighting games a lot quicker than someone who's also beginner and not using the special style. You will be able to unlock your character's potential, you will be able to tap into your character's potential a lot earlier and a lot quicker than, let's say, someone who, like I said, same level as you but not using special style. And so because you're able to do that, you may be able to adapt to the tempo of Tekken 8. You may be able to adapt to the tempo of the game, adapt to the pacing of the game. And instead of feeling like your feet are in the mud while everyone around you is fleet-footed, you feel like, okay, maybe I'm not fleet-footed, but at least I'm running, I'm moving, right? And that's a good thing because, fighting games for a long time have been execution, locked behind execution. They've been lots of barriers around execution and just lots of barriers around fundamental understanding of fighting games. And it's still like that to a degree. But it is a lot easier for new players to get into the mix and mix it up with some players who've been playing fighting games or Tekken for a while. And as I said before, there's a stigma attached to that some players don't like that. And some players don't feel that it's much easier for new players to beat them up. Some players feel like it's much easier for new players to just beat them up, right? And, I can understand the argument for both sides. A lot of people who are upset with this type of mechanic are usually older players who are more defensive oriented and build defensive foundations. Whereas the newer generation who is adopting these system mechanics are a lot more offensive, and they are geared towards the aggression of fighting games, which is where fighting games as a whole is going. It is going towards more offense than it has in prior years, where it's just more defensive, and you had to earn offense. So I can understand the sentiment of both sides. I can understand the defensive argument of system mechanic like special style, making the game more accessible and harder for the defensive player, or accessible for the beginner and harder for the defensive player. And I can see the side of the new player who enjoys using special style because they get to finally play the game without having to sink in tons of hours. They get to get into the mix. So a strong pro to special style is the accessibility to fun. You get to access the game. Good, cool, right? Well, I want to talk about a con to special style, right? But before I do that, I want to point out another pro in our program. Ultimate Beginner's Guide to Fighting Game Secrets. Come on, guys, got to grab that book. It's just like a textbook. You can't go to class without a textbook. I mean, if you do, your grades are suspect. Go ahead and grab that guide, right? It's going to be in the channel description. Just hit that link. It'll take you to the sign-up page. Go ahead and grab your 45-page read. Beautiful, beautiful piece of work. Beautiful piece of work. Nothing like it exists in all of the community. It is a very, very special guide, and it's made specifically for you as beginners. Streamlined for you. Developed for you because it's for you. All right, so go ahead and grab that, or at least grab it on your way out of class. So, but let's go ahead and talk about our next con, our con for special style. And this is what makes special style so controversial. So the pro was accessibility to fun, right? Well, the con is also accessibility. The same thing that makes special style strong is simultaneously the same thing that makes special style weak, which is accessibility. And more like inaccessibility, I should say. You cannot access the game in its entirety if you use special style, because the way you use special style to access fun, you cannot use special style to access your learning, to access your progress. You cannot use special style to access further growth. I say that because special style has a cap. It has a limit on it. It has a boundary. It has its point of no return. And what I mean by that is special style can turn you into a player who skips a lot of the fundamentals because you're trading that fundamental for fun. You're trading fundamental for fun. What does that look like? Special style can easily make you negate something like movement. It can easily make you negate something like knockdowns. It can easily make you negate something like anti-grounds or pokes. And this is Tekken 8, so we don't have to worry too much about anti-airs. But in 2Ds, where there is an automated combo system, it can also make you negate anti-airs. It can make you negate a handful of fundamentals. And that's going to be really bad for you on the back end. Special style is very good for the short-term front end game, whereas special style is very detrimental for the long-term back end game. So if you're playing special style and you've been playing it for a while, I would be wary. My advice is to use special style until you understand and can adapt to the tempo and the pace of the game. Once you're not fazed by the speed of the game and you're able to make a decision during the fast, high octane speed of the game, that is a clear-cut sign that it's time for you to get off of special style and start to play in a traditional format of fighting. Because the speed of the game is what's going to make players quit the game and shy away from the game. Being completely overwhelmed and dominated by your opponent is going to make you not want to play the game. And so, whenever that happens for you is when it happens. And you know you can, and you don't have to stop playing special style. You can play special style your whole tenure of playing Tekken 8. That's fine. But what I will say is your gains will become minimum. If not, they'll be diminishing. And any progress that you're hoping for or wishing for is going to be very hard to come by, because special style is very limiting. It can restrict your progress for the long term. So for you as a beginner, the hard thing is when do I know when to switch? Because you're saying short term and long term, but I gotta find that mid in the middle, right? The mid is when you're done with the short term. The mid is when you're done with the short. So when is the mid? The mid is when you're done with special style. That is when you make the transition. And that is when you know, okay, it's time for me to look. If I want to enjoy the game and I care about my development as a player, and I'm serious about my development as a player, I need to understand that at some point, I'm going to have to put down special style and adapt a traditional fighting style. That way I have more access to more options. You will have more access to more options. You will have more options to choose from in general if you play a traditional way as opposed to playing the special style way. But there's nothing wrong with playing special style. There's nothing wrong with it. What's wrong with special style is if you play it too much and you're trying to grow with your character. If you casually play the game, then that's fine. Play special style all you want, right? Also forgot to mention that when you are in class, it's okay to grab a snack, okay to grab a drink. I have my drink today. Today it is sweet milk. Other nights it's green tea. You didn't need that information, but I gave it to you. Okay. So, yeah, there's not a whole lot that I want to expand on with special style. I'll make a deeper dive into special style if that's what you guys want. But one pro, one con, they're synonymous with each other. It's a double-edged sword. But I'll say one more thing about special style though. So like I said, stronger players will not be upset that you're playing special style. You'll be playing someone who's not playing it. You'll probably beat them, and maybe you'll get some hate mail, right? Or maybe you have a good day playing special style, and you go to, you're surfing the web, whatever, and you see a topic, I hate special style players, or something like that, right? Here's a good way to look at it. See, like your opponent who's not using it and is stronger than you, they are like a mountain lion, right? They're like a mountain lion, and they see you, the beginner or the player using special style, as prey, right? They see you as like a human walking a trail, right? Special style is like that pepper spray that's in your waist, or it's like that 22 millimeter that's on your waist, or 9 millimeter, whatever if you carry. Like it's like a firearm, or it's like some pepper spray or mace, right? And they hate when you spray them with mace, and they hate when you fire off a warning shot, right? Because the mountain lion does not want you to use the mace. The mountain lion does not want you to use the firearm. They want you to just put up your dukes. They want you to put up your human hands and defend with that only. And the thing is, like, who's doing that? Like, you, as a ex-player, if you get confronted by something stronger than you, you're going to wish you had something to even the odds. Point blank, period. Ain't nobody out here just barehanding mountain lions for the fun of it. Ain't nobody out here fighting bears with their bare hands for the fun of it. If you got a resource to use against a force that's stronger than you, and you're in a life or death situation, because fighting games feel very life or death, they elicit that emotion, then you're going to use it. That's what it is. And it's up to the strong player to get around it. And it's up to you as the beginner to use it until you're ready to use something stronger. Okay? So we'll leave on that. And I'm going to tell you again, on your way out, pick up that guide, Ultimate Beginner's Guide to Fighting Game Secrets. In the channel description, go ahead and grab it. All right? So, and leave a comment on this video on how you feel about special style. Do you think it is a viable option in the game, or do you think it's something that should be removed from the game completely? Let me know in the comments how you feel about that. Okay? And I hope this video was helpful to you. And if it was, leave a like on our video. Okay? Drop a subscription so you know what's going on in class, even when you're not here. And share this video with other beginners who are in the same boat as you. And, they're debating on whether they want to keep playing the game or not because they don't feel good about using special mode. Direct them here. All right? Let them know what's going on over here at IKG. And I am Headmaster Rich over here at our virtual school, Imperial Kingdom Gaming. Fight the good fight and make it a good fight. And I'll see you all in the next one. All right? Be sure to come on back. All right? Bye-bye.